Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
0% financing, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. It's all happening now during Ford Truck Month at McKee Ford in Rapid City. Choose from over 440 new and pre-owned vehicles, including Ford F-150, F-350, Bronco, Escape, and more. With 0 interest, 0 out-of-pocket, and 0 payments for 90 days. Or get over $13,000 off on Ford F-150s.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Time this season from Howard Nas Gymnasium. Tom Anderson with you on GoCobblersLive.com and LiveTicket.tv. The final day of the regular season in Class AA, the A's and B's have already started their regionals for the girls. The boys start next week as they wrapped up their season this week as well. Rapid City Central Cobbler girls, Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors in their final game of the regular season. Washington lost to Rapid City Stevens last night. Washington comes in as the number 3 team in power points. Rapid City Stevens at number 4. Even with the win, the Raiders could not hip-hop over the Warriors. I thought they would flip spots. Warriors still hold a slim lead there. The Raiders win that game 52-36. Washington turned the ball over 23 times, shot just 40% from the field. They were 7 of 21 from three-point land. Jamie Parrish, in his 5th year as coach at Sioux Falls, Washington, saw his record for the Lady Warriors drop to 15-4 on the season. They had come in with 3 straight wins. They had dropped 2 in a row before that, won 5 straight after losing to Sioux Falls O'Gorman. They started the season at 7-0, 8-4 since that point. For Rapid City Central, they were right with Sioux Falls Jefferson last night. Jefferson held a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter. They led by as many as 6 in the first quarter. They opened up a lead at 22-10. The Cobblers battled back. 4-point deficit at the half. Each team scoring 17 points. Each team would score 17 in the third quarter as well. Cobblers got back to within 1 point in the third period at 38-37, but an 8-0 run by Sioux Falls Jefferson extended that lead back to 9. The Cobblers answered with a 5-0 run of their own at the end of the third period, keep that deficit at 4, 46-42. After the Cobblers scored first to get to within a deuce to start the fourth quarter, it was a 9-0 run again by Sioux Falls Jefferson. That lead went back to 11, and Jefferson ends up with a 10-point win, 67-57. Warriors, outstanding night by Brynlee Altenberg. I had her at 26. The book had her at 29. I think they gave a three-pointer from number 3 Silverdale to number 23 Altenberg. But either way, she had an outstanding night. A little too much for the Cobblers to handle on the perimeter. She drained 3 three-pointers. For the Cobblers, it was all Leah Landry, 26 points, 8 at the half, 10 in the fourth quarter, 8 in the third. Got some help from Coley Cruz, the other double-digit scorer. She had 13 last night. Olivia Pierce with a couple of threes in the middle quarter. Had 9 points, 6 points for Chloe Shreve as she was shut out in the second half last night. The Cobblers turned the ball over 20 times last night. That and shooting 11 of 18 from the free throw line. Tightened both those things up, and they had a chance of pulling the upset last night. So they will take on Sioux Falls, Washington here this afternoon. For the Warriors, they will go this way. Number 25 is Layla Bertay, 6 points, 11 rebounds last night. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Number 30 is Josie Beitler, had 12 last night, 5'10" sophomore. 31, Rylan Kennett, 5'10" senior. Dana Hart contributed 13 last night, 6-foot senior, and Jersey Peterson wears number 50, a 6'1" sophomore. So some size, 3 6-foot-plus players in the starting lineup for the Warriors. For Rapid City Central, it'll be Coley Cruz. Wears number 3. Number 14 is Chloe Shreve. 15 is Landry. Emma Casey back in the starting lineup for Persea Parker. We did not see Parker play last night. And the other starter, number 22, Olivia Pierce. To the PA, and we're back with the tip-off. Cobbler basketball on GoCobblersLive.com.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
If you've been waiting for a new all-wheel drive Camry, your wait is over. Danny Meno Toyota has new 2026 all-wheel drive Camrys in stock with 3.99% APR financing up to 72 months. Get $3,000 customer cash on new 26 Toyota Tundras, or get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months and $1,000 APR cash. Get 2.99% APR for 72 months plus APR cash on remaining new 2025 Tacomas. See us at Danny Meno Toyota or DannyMenoToyota.com.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Officials for the game this afternoon: Jesse Strikers, Amber Sierra, Alan Olson. Warriors coached by Jamie Parrish in his 12th year at the helm. Taya Young, her second year in charge of the Cobbler program, will be Shreve, jumping center against Bertay. Bertay and Shreve. Cobblers in their red uniforms, white numbers and the white trim. White uniforms for the Warriors, black numbers trimmed in orange. Ball bounced around in the hand to Casey, and Cruz throws it ahead to Landry, right wing. Trapping zone defense for Washington to start the game out. Casey, one dribble to the left, comes back right to Shreve, way out over the three-point line, drives the baseline, cut off there. Takes it back up top to Cruz, left side. Casey, very quiet offensively last night. Landry pounds it inside, left hand, no, too hard. Rebound taken down by Bertay. She'll bring it up on the dribble over the timeline. Right side, pass a little too tall for Kennett. And out of bounds it goes. Turnover, Sioux Falls, Washington. Washington with 23 turnovers last night against Rapid City Stevens. The Cobblers turned it over 20 times in their loss to Jefferson. Cruz with the basketball over the timeline, being harassed out front by Bertay. In the corner to Shreve, she'll drive the baseline, leans in, shot up, no. Rebound taken down by Kennett. Give it off to Hart, she'll pass it ahead, left corner, and out of bounds as Beitler tried to get it to Bertay. Bertay not looking. Washington with 2 turnovers here in the first 1 minute of the opening period. No score on the board. Cobblers have had a couple of looks inside. Too much juice on the shots. Warriors have turned the ball over twice. Cruz with Harp in front of her. Throw it ahead to Shreve. Top of the circle to Landry. Way out on the right wing. Gets a high pick from Shreve. Bounce pass left side. Pierce in the corner. Tried to go to Cruz. The long arms of Kennett knocks it away. And the Cobblers have their first turnover. Harp will be picked up out front by Pierce. Cobblers go with a 2-3 zone, but they'll extend those top 2 out. Count the bucket. That is Harp on the inside. With the first basket of the game. Comes at the 6:37 mark of the first quarter. And Harp, the 6-foot senior, had 13 last night in the loss to Rapid City Stevens. Free throw here is good. Converts a three-point play. 3-0 lead. Here's that zone trap. Throw the ball ahead. Knocked away. Tried to get it to Pierce. Stepping in was Kennett. Left side. Stop, pop, jumper from 10. Bounces around. Drop it through. That is Beitler with the bucket. 5-0 lead to start the game for Sioux Falls, Washington. Landry takes the ball back to Cruz. She'll bring it over right side on pass to Casey in the corner. Here comes Shreve. Try that baseline again off the bottom of the board that time. Throw the ball ahead, left side. That is Beitler. Bounce it underneath and through the hands of Bertay. Third turnover for Sioux Falls, Washington. It'll be Cruz to Landry. Back to Cruz. She'll walk it up. Throw over the trap to Landry. Now on the dribble in the front court. Running off the right wing. Picks up the dribble. Bounce it to Pierce. Inside the three-point line on the right side. Kick it over left side. Cruz. Left corner. Casey. Three is good. Emma Casey gets things started for the Cobblers. She was scoreless last night. Ball up top. Beitler. Picked up by Pierce. She extends that 2-3 zone. Harp bounces. Tried to get the return pass to Harp right through her arms. Fourth turnover. And back-to-back turnovers as a steal made by Beitler. A lot of length on the Sioux Falls, Washington team. The Cobblers, not a lot of length, other than Shreve, really. Ball knocked out of bounds. Sioux Falls, Washington retains possession. 28 on the shot clock, 5:15 on the game clock. Opening quarter, 5-3 lead for the Lady Warriors. Harp with the basketball, goes right side to Harp. Down on the baseline, shot no good on the attempt of Bertay, but she was fouled, and the first whistle against the Cobblers will go against Landry.
First, team 1, team 2, correction. Second team foul, 2 shots.
So a couple of opportunities here for Layla Bertay, a 6-foot sophomore, gets the first one to go.
At the line for the Warriors, Layla Bertay.
Second trip to the charity stripe here in the first quarter for Sioux Falls, Washington. Second attempt looks short, and the rebound by Landry. 1 out of 2 for Bertay. Landry on the dribble, weaves her way through the defense into the front court. Goes left side to Cruz on the wing. She'll dribble it back up. Now she'll reverse course. Stops, gets it back up top. Pierce fakes a 3 in the lane. Has the ball tied up as she made her move to the basket on the held ball that will belong to Sioux Falls, Washington.
The game for Washington.
Kennett will sit down, get the substitution in. Harp comes left side. Beitler on the runner left baseline, bounces off the iron. Shreve and Landry battling for it. Shreve won the battle, then throws it through the legs of Landry, but last touch by Harp. And it will be the Cobblers with the basketball. Cruz to Landry on the far side. Lauren Kennett replaced Rylan Kennett in the Warrior lineup. Casey with the basketball. Being shadowed out front by Kennett. And then Casey turns right into Kennett and turned right into a held ball. It'll be Cobbler basketball, but they give up the arrow on offense. Casey has to do a better job of protecting the basketball than that. So it's not a turnover, but they lose the arrow possession. Pierce, right wing, up top to Cruz. Give the ball off to Casey. And 3-second violation. Landry, I believe, was trying to set up inside. 3 turnovers apiece now. 13 ticks away from the midway point of the first quarter. 6-3 lead, Sioux Falls, Washington. Harp will bring the ball over. Take a look at that Cobbler 2-3 zone. Goes left side to Kennett on the baseline. Beitler, they'll swing the ball quickly right side. Back to Beitler. Shuffle it underneath, and with the step through, that is Peterson with her first basket.
Jersey Peterson.
It's an 8-3 lead. 4 different players in the books for Sioux Falls, Washington. Just 1 field goal, and that is Emma Casey for the Cobblers. Olivia Pierce with the ball. Goes left side. Casey throws it away. 4th turnover for the Cobblers. Hart leans in, shot up with the left hand, no good. The follow, no good. Harp battling for it. Shreve comes up with it in the near corner, and then Harp commits a foul trying to bat the ball away. She'll pick up her first, team first.
Warriors foul number 33, Dana Harper first, team 1.
For
substitution,
Warriors,
returns.
Rylan Kennedy in, Bertay sits down.
Josephine Pierce will check into the game.
Joe Pierce comes in for the Cobblers, and Persea Parker, who did not play last night, had been in the starting lineup for most of the, at least second half of the season, makes her first appearance this weekend. 5'7" junior. Landry gets through the double team, goes up top. Cruz on the move in the lane and on the ground. She was fouled. That'll be the second team foul against Washington. Good aggressive move by Coley Cruz. They have to respect the three-point shooting of Cruz.
Number 33 for the Warriors, Dana Harper second.
So Hart picks up her second. Baseline right, Cruz will bring it in. Hart will sit down. 5'7" junior, number 11, Berkeley Hall, will replace Harp in the lineup. Harp sits down with her 3 points. Cruz looks, bounces it into Shreve. Shreve, one dribble. Pump fake by Joe Pierce. Back to Shreve. Baseline right, off the board, left it short. Rebound battled for. That battle won by Peterson. Gets the ball ahead to Beitler. Underneath, Peterson, shot blocked by Shreve. She had a big night with the block last night. Cruz stop, pop, 15-footer from the free throw line, no good. Ball ripped away by Beitler. She'll bring it up on the far side as they move right to left here in the first quarter. Shuffle pass underneath, pump fake by Peterson. She's fouled. Both Cruz and Shreve were there. The foul will go against Shreve. That'll be her first.
The Cobblers her first, 13th foul.
3 team fouls on the Cobblers. Peterson will shoot a pair. She has a basket here in the first quarter. 8-3 lead, Sioux Falls, Washington. 2:45 remaining. Period number 1. First free throw, rims out. 2 for 4 now as a team for Sioux Falls, Washington. Cobblers have yet to make it to the free throw line. They have just 1 field goal here in the first period. That was Emma Casey, who was goose-egged last night. Second free throw is good. Got 1 out of 2.
Layla Bertay for Sioux Falls, Washington.
So Peterson will sit down. Bertay back into the Warrior lineup. Beitler in the backcourt. Flying pressure on the near side. Joe Pierce brings the ball over. Bounce pass to Landry. Attacks right side. Spins. Left-handed shot. Gets called for the travel on the spin move. Shot was blocked by Bertay. So Bertay is out there. Try and set the Warrior lineup. Number 30 with the ball is Beitler. Ball right corner. Kennett leaves it short. And here comes Cruz. Cobblers have some numbers. They were 5-on-2, couldn't take advantage. Now Warriors are back. Landry hits the floor. She made her move to lane. And that will go against Beitler.
Warriors are first, 13th foul.
3 team fouls apiece now. Beitler picks up her first. Cruz will bring it in on the far sideline to Joe Pierce. Did a good job handling the point last night. Goes to Parker. Goes cross court. Those long arms in the way again. Cobblers turned over for the 5th time. Here comes Beitler on the attack. Up and in. Beitler has her first field goal. That's 6 straight points now for the Warriors. They lead at 11-3. Bounce pass left corner. Parker thought. Back up top to Joe Pierce. Wants to come to Cruz on the right side. Right corner. Here comes Shreve. Double teamed on the baseline. And throws it right in the hands of Rylan Kennedy, who stepped into the passing lane. Underneath and through the hands of Lauren Kennett. So Hart back in, Peterson back in as Coach Jamie Parrish rotates his players in quickly. 5 turnovers for Sioux Falls, Washington here in the first period. Cobblers will send in a couple of subs as well. Antonez Quiros will come in. Matea McCauley also on the floor for the Cobblers joins Pierce, Shreve, and Landry. Gets the inbounds pass. Hart tried to come up with the steal. Here comes Landry over the timeline. Looks to the right side. Joe Pierce. Pump fake. Takes the pass over. Quiros goes corner. McCauley 3 skips off the left side of the iron. Left it a little short. She had a 3-pointer last night that was big. And the ball goes sailing over the head. Harp not even close on that pass. And it will be Cobbler basketball. Both teams at 6 turnovers. Warriors are 20 last night. Cobblers are 23. Joe Pierce runs the point, goes left side to Landry on the high wing. Gets the pick left side. She'll take the three-pointer off the pick. Shot no good. Rebound taken out by Kennett. Ahead to Hart. And that will be over and through the hands of Lauren Kennett. So Kennett not able to handle a couple of passes back-to-back on the baseline. Harp sends another one sailing over the center field wall. Turnover number 7. Landry will walk the ball up. Harp waits for her. They drop back to that 2-3 zone. Right side to Pierce. Traveled. Fake the pass underneath the Shreve. Drag the back foot. Each team with 7 turnovers. Beitler back on the floor. Lauren Kennett sits down.
Emma Casey returns for Central.
Emma Casey will replace Joe Pierce in the Cobbler lineup. So Siqueiros and Casey at the top of that zone. McCauley way undersized on the left side. Shreve in the middle. Landry on the right side. Washington moves the ball on the perimeter. Beitler dumps it underneath for Peterson. Retrieves it on the baseline. Dribbles out of traffic to Beitler. Left side. Shuffle pass underneath. In traffic, Landry finds the ball wedged between her elbows on the shot by Kennett. And then a timeout taken by the Cobblers as there was a double team by Kennett and Bertay on Landry. 27.7 to go. First quarter. 11-3 lead. Sioux Falls, Washington. We're back in 30 on GoCobblersLive.com.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Cobblers held to 3 points so far here in the first quarter. They had 8, 17, 17, and 15 across the 4 periods last night against Jefferson. 7 turnovers. I don't think they've had that many shot attempts. Casey with the basketball. Hart will pick her up at the top of that 2-3 zone. To Siqueiros, right side to Shreve. Look for Landry instead, across to McCauley. To Landry in the lane. Powers her way up. Landry gets in the book. 12.4 to go. And that's going to be a milestone, I'm guessing, for Leah Landry.
That last basket from Leah Landry just scored her 1,000th career point as a Rapid City Central Cobbler.
So 1,000 points for Leah Landry in her junior year.
Leah set a new record as the all-time leading Cobbler scorer in Rapid City Central history for both boys and girls basketball. In addition, Leah is also the all-time leading rebounder for the Cobblers. Congratulations, Leah Landry.
That basket significant for Leah Landry. 1,000 point. And they'll take a moment to celebrate that. 12.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 2 field goals in the period for the Cobblers. Emma Casey had a 3.
Congratulations, Leah.
That bucket by Landry stops a 6-0 run for Sioux Falls, Washington. Warriors ready to get back to it. They will have Kennett on the floor along with Beitler. Bertay. Harp will get the inbounds pass. Peterson still out there as well, so they're starting 5. On the floor as they wrap up the first period. 9 seconds. Harp right side. Picks up the dribble. Gets the ball off. Bertay on the drive. Throws it up in traffic. Shot no good. Peterson brings it down in the lane. Can't get the shot off. And at the end of the first period, 11-5 lead, Sioux Falls, Washington. We're back at period number 2. This is Cobbler basketball on GoCobblersLive.com, part of the LiveTicket.tv network.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
This is
Welcome
what
back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Back with period number 2, first of 2 games here at Howard Nas to conclude the regular season. Sodak 16 games for the Cobblers will be on the road. This will wrap up our home coverage of Rapid City Central basketball here on Live Ticket this year. Both teams looking to end the weekend with wins against Sioux Falls, Washington. Harp with the basketball comes near side to start the second period to Kennett. Back to Harp, left elbow. She'll dribble it back out between the circles, reset. Cobblers stay 2-3 zone. The three-pointer is good. That is Kennett from distance. Lead, the biggest of the game, 14-5. Cobblers struggling offensively. They played fairly well last night on the offensive side. They will go with Casey, who gets called for the travel. That's at least 3 turnovers in the first half here for Emma Casey. She has just looked very uncomfortable this weekend. She slid into the starting lineup. Different starting than it is coming off the bench sometimes. You got to be mentally set for it. Peterson with the basketball, goes left corner, push up another left-handed 3. That one off the mark, though, by Kennett. And it's Landry with the rebound. Throws the ball ahead. Left side, Casey. Give it off to Olivia Pierce, rather. Fake the 3. She needs to put the shot up. She has the ability to hit it. Part of the problem is she has such a low release from the hip that she can have her shot easily blocked. Right side, Casey bounces around and off. Board, ripped down by Harp. Throws it ahead to Beitler. Landry is there, saves it back in. On the floor, scramble for the basketball. It's going to be, and so waiting for the call. It would be Cobbler basketball on the held ball. One of the Cobblers went rolling over a white jersey. So waiting to see if they're going to whistle a personal foul, but it'll be Landry walking the ball up. Harp will pick her up. Washington stays in that trapping 2-3 zone. All the way in the far corner to Cruz. Barely stays on her feet and inbounds, and Cruz has her shot blocked, but before that, she travels. Unofficially ahead, each team with 7 turnovers in the first period. That is the second turnover for the Cobblers here. The first minute and a half of period number 2. Harp with the basketball, goes right side to Beitler. Look left instead, goes on the baseline. The step through shot no good, but Harp's there to put it back up. She puts up the miss by Berthe. And Harp with her second basket, she has 5. And it's a 16-5 lead now for the Warriors. Cobblers just do not look to be in sync offensively. Bothered by the length of Sioux Falls, Washington, trying to make the passes. Ball off to Casey, left side, and then trying to get the shots off, especially from the perimeter. Very small lineup out there for the Cobblers on the perimeter with Cruz and Casey and Pierce. Underneath to Shreve in the double team. The ball knocked away from behind by Peterson. Turnover number 3 in the period, 10 in the game. 10 turnovers, 5 points. That does not equal a W in the standings. Left side, Peterson's 3. Check that was Beitler with the 3. Peterson with the rebound. Right corner. And over the top is Beitler off the Kennett miss. Beitler will pick up foul number 2. She has 2. Harp with 2.
Second, first team foul of the quarter.
Harp will sit down. And London Ladislaw for the first time, 5'9" sophomore, wears number 23. Cruz will take a look at that 2-3 zone and try and get it figured out. It's really a matchup 2-3. They play very aggressively. man-to-man, but they're playing it out of his zone. Casey dribbles back to the top, goes to Olivia Pierce on the left wing, bounces it to Landry, turns, looks, Shreve, right corner, three is good for Chloe Shreve. She finally gets in the books. Lead at 8 now, 16-8, down to Peterson, left baseline. Couple of dribbles, goes top side to Kennett, down on the baseline. Harp traveled, tried to step through, couldn't get the pass off. Check that, is not Harp, that was Ladisaw with the turnover. Harp will come back in, as does Lauren Kennett. My old mentor, Bobby Legend Laskowski, always said learn the ponytails, but too many of the ponytails look alike out here for Sioux Falls, Washington, as they cover up the numbers. Casey with the basketball, bounce pass right side, tried to return it to Casey. Beitler got her hands in there, turnover number 4 in the period. Throw the ball ahead, Harp with a left-handed shot, good, off the board. Harp has 7, and the lead at 10. Casey, crossover, hands it off to Landry out top. Goes left side to Casey. She'll dribble it back up top to Landry. In the lane, Shreve, back up top, Landry. Nothing doing there. Crossover in the lane, stop, put up the 10-footer, rattle it home. Leah Landry, 1,002 points now. Lead at 8, 18-10. Drilled the pass underneath Peterson. Good wraparound pass to Harp, missed the shot. Washington with the follow, Shreve with the block, Shreve with the defensive foul block as well. Bertay will go to the free throw line to shoot. Shreve will pick up personal foul number 2, first whistle of the second quarter. And Bertay, first free throw, back of the rim, no good.
Cobblers will send in Antonia Siqueiros.
3 of 5 from the charity stripe in the first quarter.
Pierce will check into the game.
First trip to the free throw line in the second quarter for Washington. Joe Pierce back in along with Siqueiros. Second free throw is going to be short. Landry battling with Harp, throws it back into Shreve. Cobblers come the other way, moving left to right here in the first half. Joe Pierce goes right side to Cruz. Long arms cutting off the passing lanes. Right corner, Shreve. She'll go baseline right into Peterson's double team. Back out top to Cruz. Trying to figure out this 2-3 zone. They are struggling to find anything happening. Shreve steps through in traffic, shot no good. Rebounded by Bertay. She'll bring it up on the dribble. Rifles the pass right side, down in the corner. Beitler, shot blocked by Shreve, but right in the hands of, it was Harp on the shot attempt, and then on the rebound, it will be Cruz whistled for the foul. Second team foul. First, check that second personal against Cruz. I was missing a foul in the book. McCauley back on the floor for the Cobblers. Ball goes right corner. They'll go back up top to Hart, back in the right corner. The 3 off the mark. That was Rylan Kennedy's come back in. Joe Pierce pushes it up. Try to go left side, and there are long arms of Rylan Kennett. Throw it ahead. Harp lays it in.
Dana Harp.
Harp with 3 baskets in the quarter, 9 points in the game. 20-10 lead. The 3 by McCauley is left short. Harp with the rebound. She'll bring it up for the Warriors. Comes left side to Beitler. Looks in the corner. One dribble. Wraps it over to Harp. Back outside for 3. Kennett. No good. The ball on the floor. Peterson comes up with it. Cobblers slow to the loose ball to Beitler on the right wing. Drives to the baseline. Cut off to Harp. Scoop shot. And Shreve is going to pick up her 3rd. Aggressive move by Harp to get the contact.
Number 14, Chloe Shreve, her 3rd.
Be the 3rd team foul. Coach Ty Young has a decision to make with 2:27 to go. Shreve with just 3 points in the game, but she's been a presence defensively and really the only height the Cobblers have. Cruz will come in, Parker will come in, and Shreve will sit down, as does Joe Pierce.
Layla Bertay for Washington.
So Harp, 7 points in the quarter. She has hit double digits with 10 in the game. Trying to complete the sweep at the line. and does. Nothing but net for Harp. And 6 straight points now for the Warriors. They've extended their lead from 8 to 12. London Ladisaw back out there. She joins Lauren Kennett on the floor. Beitler defensively out there. The pass knocked away by Ladisaw into the hands of Landry. Goes left side, Cruz, little shuffle on the drive. Then she is hit hard by Ladisaw in the lane. Ladisaw pick up her first, team second.
23, London Ladisaw.
Cobblers will check it in, baseline left, Cruz. They'll line up 4 around the box. Landry directing some traffic, getting Siqueiros in the right spot. Get the ball into McCauley on the left wing. 1 dribble underneath to Landry, double team. Parker, Cruz, right wing. Can't shake this Warrior defense. McCauley, or check that, Siqueiros has the ball knocked away by Beitler. And then Siqueiros, I believe, is going to get called for the reach. As she fell to the ground, that's a tough way to pick up a personal foul. Harp back in. Ladisaw will sit down. So it is Harp and Kennett. Then Ladisaw in the front court. Berthe and Beitler. Harp has the ball, double teamed on the left side, up top to Beitler. Back to Harp on the left wing. In the lane, a little left-handed push shot off the mark by Kennett. Landry battling for the ball, ends up on the floor, and McCauley with the tie-up. Possession arrow, Sioux Falls, Washington. For the first time this weekend, Jacelyn Bissonnette wears number 5, a 5'8" junior. Will come on the floor for the Cobblers. She'll be out front in that 2-3 zone with Parker. Cruz, Landry, and McCauley, a very small front line. McCauley at just 5'5", Cruz at 5'6", and they're playing the lower part now. Casey back in. And we have Bissonnette. Had to take something over. They don't let her get set up defensively. They give the ball. Left Warriors wide open. That was a little bit of quick release. Bissonnette was trotting over to get in defensive position, and they gave the ball in. Fortunately for the Cobblers, the shot is missed. They have the basketball back, trailing by a dozen, 22-10. A minute and a half to go first quarter. Cruz comes right side. Bissonnette. Beitler on her, throws it right into the arms of Harp. Turnover number 6 in the period. Kennett goes corner to Beitler, rifles a pass underneath to Harp. Scoop shot no good under Landry. Landry at the rebound. One-handed pass ahead. Casey 3-on-1, steps through with the left hand, left it short. Bad spacing. Cruz off the Casey rebound, left that shot short. So the Cobblers had a 3-on-1 advantage, but the height advantage went to Sioux Falls, Washington. Casey tried to go right, came back left, forced up the shot, and Parker picks up the foul. It's a 5th team foul, though, against the Cobblers, and that will bring Sioux Falls, Washington to the free throw line with 1:06 to go here in the second period and a 12-point lead, 22-10. Shooting will be Layla Berthe, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, now 1 of 3 as she bangs it off the glass. Peterson back in, replaced with Lauren Kennett. And Jamie Parrish's Lady Warrior lineup. London Ladisaw will also check in. Berthe with the miss, goes 0 for 2. And then a whistle on the scramble for the loose ball. And that's going to be the 3rd now on Harp. 3rd team foul against the Warriors. So Ladisaw will come in, Harp sits down. I don't know if that was the original substitution or not. But Harp with 3 with just over a minute to go in the half sits down. Casey out top. Works against Beitler. Beitler with the kick. Right into the hands of Coach Parrish. Cobbler basketball sideline out between the scorers table and the Washington bench. To Landry just inside the 3 line. Skips it off the heel of the rim. Ball saved back into play by Bissonnette. Right in the hands of the Warriors. Beitler out front, little fancy ball handling. Puts up the runner off 1 foot. Landry reaching for the basketball. The long arms of the Warriors out battle her for it. The ball knocked out of bounds on the shot by Berthe. Landry couldn't get launched, so she's just reaching, and Warriors have the reach advantage. They'll have the ball baseline right, 34.9. Beitler 3, left it short. Alive for a moment was Kennett, but the Cobblers come up with loose basketball. Landry double team, gets out of it, tosses it ahead to Bissonette over the timeline on the left side. Right on her hip. Now she gets transferred over to Beitler. Hands the ball off to Casey. To Parker, left wing. Shot clock is off at 10 seconds here in the first half. Cruz gets a high pick from Landry. Drives to the basket, got bumped on the floor or on the shot. They're going to say on the shot. Looked like she got bumped and then took the step and the shot. Be the fourth team foul, but Cruz shut out so far here in the first half. Only 3 players in the books for the Cobblers. And now 4 as Cruz drops the first free throw in. Makes it 22-11. Second free throw rattles out. Landry battles with Peterson for the loose ball. On the tie-up, Washington will have the basketball, leading by 11, 22-11, 3.1 seconds to go. Get the ball into Beitler. She'll run at half court, throws it ahead. Right wing, shot skips off the iron. I didn't think they'd be able to make a pass and a shot. So Washington puts another 11 points on the board in the second period. They lead at 22-11, going to the locker room. We're back after a break with the halftime report with scores and stats. This is Cobbler Basketball on GoCobblersLive.com, part of the LiveTicket.tv network.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
No down payment means no better time to drive a new Honda from Denny Menno Rushmore Honda. Lease a brand new 2026 all-wheel drive Honda CR-V Sport Hybrid with no down payment and just $429 a month. That's right, $429 a month with no down payment. Shop 20 new 2026 CR-V hybrids and 8 new 26 CR-V gas models in stock. Get your new CR-V with no down payment today. See us at Denny Menno Rushmore Honda or at RushmoreHonda.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Security First, we support all the essential banking stuff, like school sports. We also support mobile deposits, But have you ever heard a mobile deposit belt out your school fight song with a mouthful of popcorn? I don't think so. Any bank these days can snap a picture of your check. Only a community bank could snap a picture of you spilling your nachos as your team scores the game-winning point. Security first. The bank you cheer with. Member FDIC.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Gymnasium, the first of two in the final weekend of AA basketball. Rapid City Central and Sioux Falls, Washington here this afternoon. And we're at the half of the girls game, 22-11. Sioux Falls, Washington has doubled up Rapid City Central. We do not have final or halftime statistics. Apparently they ran out of toner ink on the printer. So we will go with just the individual scoring for Sioux Falls, Washington. Layla Bertay with 3 points. She is just 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Josie Beitler with 2 points, 3 points for Riley Kennett. 3 points also for Jersey Peterson, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Dana Harp has carried the load, scored half of the Warrior points here. She had 13 in the loss to Rapid City Stevens last night. She has 11 at the half. 3 of 3 from the line and 4 from two-point land. They have 1 3-pointer. That was Kennett hitting from the corner. Neither team has shot extraordinarily well. Sioux Falls, Washington, 7 turnovers unofficially in the first quarter, 1 in the second period. The Cobblers turned it over 7 and 6 for a total of 13 turnovers. For the Cobblers, Carly Cruz, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for her only point. Chloe Shreve had a 3-pointer. 3-pointer for Emma Casey. That was the only points on the board for the Cobblers until about 12 seconds to go in the first quarter when Leah Landry hit a bucket, which put her over the 1,000-point mark in her career. Congratulations to Leah Landry. Still has a season to go to add on to that point total. 5 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second period for the Cobblers, 11 in each quarter for Sioux Falls, Washington. 22-11 our halftime score here. Across town at Carroll Hire Gymnasium. 2 minutes to go in the first. Sioux Falls Jefferson a 10-8 lead over Rapid City Stevens. The Raiders with the big win last night over Sioux Falls, Washington. Yankton and Douglas later on Well, they should be just underway. There's a 1 o'clock start there. Pier and Watertown in Watertown. No score there. And Spearfish is hosting Brookings. That game is slated to start at 2 on the boys' side. It'll be Watertown traveling to Pier. Sioux Falls Jefferson playing Rapid City Stevens in the second half of their doubleheader. Yankton is at Douglas, and another doubleheader of Spearfish's Brookings in town there. So a light schedule as Class A boys, I believe, are done. Let's take a look. Yeah, no game schedule. They finished up this week. Class B girls are in their regionals, so they concluded their regionals on Thursday. They will have their Sodak 16 next week. The boys' region start next week. Will be in Wall on Tuesday for their regional game. That'll be carried here on Live Ticket, and if they win, they play again on Friday. For the AA schools, the girls have their Sodak 16 on Friday the 6th. The boys have theirs on Tuesday the 10th. Girls tournament here in Rapid City at the Monument, the 12th through the 14th. The boys, AA, will be played in the Ice Arena, the 19th through the 21st. Class A also here in Rapid City, and the Class A will have the big arena with the Summit. The Cobblers will come out with Landry Cruz, Casey, Olivia Pierce, and Shreve. They're the same 5 that started the game. And for the Warriors, Beitler comes out of the huddle along with Kennett, Hart, Peterson, and Bertay. So they're starting 5. They'll start the second period as well. Cobbler basketball trailing by 11, 22-11 as we get things started here in the third quarter at Howard Nas. Casey with the basketball. Cobblers moving right to left here in the second half. Washington stays in that matchup 2-3 zone. Olivia Pierce, left side. Casey's 3, front of the iron. Rebound. Shreve handles it. Looks up top. Looking for an outlet. Finally up to Pierce on the skip pass. Left side, Casey. One dribble back to Pierce. Bounce pass to Casey. A little slow to get there. Casey can't do anything except dribble back to the top. Goes right side to Shreve. 20 on the shot clock. They don't have to rush anything here. Landry on the right elbow. Looks. Corner. Pierce. Shot. 3. No. Left it short. Rebound. Cleared out to Beitler in the front court. Beitler bounce pass underneath the Hart. Slides in, shot no good. And Cruz comes up with a loose basketball, runs right in the backside of Olivia Pierce. Turnover Cobblers. And with the left hand, that is Kennett with the basket. 24-11, the Cobblers trailing by 13. Landry forcing the issue, draws the foul. She just puts her head down, shoulders down, and plows through the defense. Landry, one of the strongest of the girl basketball players I've covered over the year. Very tough inside. If she can get that outside shot going, she's going to be very, very dangerous next year. Landry drops in the first free throw. Lead at 12, 24-12. First points for the Cobblers. First trip to the free throw line for Landry. She has 5 points in the game after putting up 26 last night. Second free throw, no good. The Cobblers come up with loose basketball, though. And the Cobblers will take a timeout as Casey was strung out, almost dragged the back foot. It'll be a full timeout. 6:47 to go, third quarter. Back with more Cobbler basketball and GoCobblersLive.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
It will be Cobbler basketball on the far sideline. between the bench and the scorer's table. Cruz will bring it in. Goes right corner to Shreve, drives the baseline, steps in, off the board. No, left it short. Rebound is loose. Landry picks up the loose ball, steps through, right hand, shot no good. Drew the contact, no whistle. Landry looks at the official. Harp in the front court to be picked up by Casey as the Cobblers also run an extended 2-3 zone. And Landry with the chest bump sends Berthe flying out of bounds. Landry will pick up her second. She has two. Shreve with three. Cruz also with two. Ball in quickly to Harp. Right back to Beitler. To Harp on the right wing. Rifle underneath to Peterson with the left hand. Turnaround shot no good. And the follow by Harp. She has 13. Washington zipping those passes around into the lane. Casey goes right corner. Shreve will push up the three. That one is short. Rebound, though. That is Olivia Pierce who snuck in. Pass underneath to Shreve. Gets the bump, gets the foul, and that will go against Berthe.
Number 25, Layla Berthe. Her second, team 2.
So that's two now on Berthe. Beitler with two. Harp with three. And Shreve, first trip to the line, has just 3 points in the game. Has not been able to get any of those baseline drives to fall for. 5'11 freshman, number 20, Lauren Kennett, back in the lineup. She replaces Berthe for the Warriors. 6 minutes even here in the third quarter. Shreve drops them both through. Lead back at a dozen. Harp to Beitler. Back to Kennett in the front court to Harp. Left side, Beitler sets up the three, leaves it way short. Landry picks up the air ball, looks ahead, throws it over the head of Pierce all the way out of bounds, and Cobblers have turned over for the second time here in the quarter. Hustling the scorer's table is McCauley. She will come in. Olivia Pierce to sit down. For the Warriors, they'll get the ball into Harp. Cobblers extending their defense out to half court, or full court press rather. Beitler throws in the front court. Kennett over to Harp, to Beitler in the lane, spins, turns, steps, scoop, no. Ball popped up in the air. Hustling after is Casey, has Cruz, wide open layup. Cruz lays it up and almost left it short. Got the roll, and the Cobblers have cut the lead now to 10. Harp double teamed in the backcourt. Found her way through, got it to Peterson. Kennett, right side, pushed the shot, short by Rylan Kennett. The follow is good. And that was Beitler with the basket. Couldn't tell if it was 20 or 30. 28-16 is our score. And that ball goes sailing through the outstretched hands of Matea McCauley.
Ella McKeon for Washington.
Kenny gets the ball into Harp. Throw it ahead. On the blocks. Pass it over. Trying to get it to Peterson. Ella McKeon. Trying to figure out who the substitute was for Jefferson. It didn't sound like or Washington rather. Ella McKeon on the floor, but we'll have a timeout before we continue. 28-16, 4:38 to go. Third quarter, 30-second timeout. We're back in 30 as well on GoCobblersLive.com.
Pests don't.
(28-16). Sioux Falls, Washington with the lead. Baseline right. Beitler will bring it in between the free throw lane and the three-point line. McKean stands under the basket. A bit of a diamond setup. One at the top of the key, one in the lane, two at each elbow. And they find Peterson open on the weak side. Shot was left short, and then Peterson battling for the rebound will pick up her first personal. Second team foul against Washington. No, they're going to call it on Harp. Not Peterson. So Harp from inside the lane rather than Peterson from behind, and Harp will sit down with her fourth foul. That is a big break for the Cobblers. Harp with 13 points. Really the only offense that Washington has had. She had over half the points rather in the first half, 11 out of the 22. Here comes Casey on the attack, right baseline, puts up the scoop shot around Peterson. Landry underneath, gets fouled as she goes up. McKeon was there along with Lauren McKennett. And that will go against McKeon.
Number 40, Ella McKeon, her first, fourth team foul.
Landry, 1 of 2 from the free throw line here in the third quarter. Has not had a field goal. Had 2 field goals, 1 each in the first 2 quarters. Lead at 11. Cobblers trail by 6 at the end of the first quarter, 11 at the half. Second free throw, nothing but net on the second one by Landry. 3 of 4 from the charity stripe now, 7 points on the game. Beitler comes near side to Kennett, back to Beitler on the far side, blows by McCauley. Still on the dribble, left baseline, spins, looks, waits, gets it to McKennett on the left wing. Back to Beitler, back to Kennett, dragged the back foot right in front of the official, no call. Kean right side, there's the 3 off the mark, rebounded by Landry. Kennett, Ryland Kennett with the miss. Landry throws the ball right side. Casey back up top. Landry takes the 3. Hit the back of the rim. The ball bounces around. Beitler knocks it out of bounds. She was working against Shreve trying to come up with possession. Peterson will sit down, and back on the floor will be Layla Bertay for Sioux Falls, Washington. Baseline right. Cobblers will check it in. Casey tries to get it into Landry in traffic. Landry will go back to the free throw line to shoot. Landry battling hard in the paint. Now we'll go against Bertay. That's 3 on Bertay now, so she with 3.
Landry at the line, 2 shots.
Beitler, I believe, has 2, 4 on Harp. And the free throw by Landry, she's hit her 3rd straight here in the quarter and is 4 out of 5 from the charity stripe. Lead back to single digits. Second free throw by Landry. Flipped the net twice on that trip. 28-20. Cobblers will save full court pressure. Beitler throws it ahead to McKeon. And McKeon is going to be fouled by Landry. Landry picks up her 3rd now. She's got 3, and Shreve with 3. 3:29 to go here in period number 3. Ball to Beitler, top of the key goes McKeon on the left side. Look for Kennett, back up top to Beitler. She'll dribble left side on the wing, back up top McKeon. Right side, they'll bounce it on the baseline. Bertay throws it up and in. I don't know how Bertay got a shot up. He got knocked out of a right hand, it looked like, and she just kind of pushed it up with the left hand, got it to drop through the net, 30-20. Parker back on the floor for the Cobblers to Landry, right corner. Here's Shreve on the attack, tries that baseline attack again, won't go. Rebounded by Kennett. Lauren Kennett with the rebound off to Bertay in the front court on the dribble. Steps through, left hand, shot blocked by Shreve, and Shreve will pick up foul number 4.
Foul number 14, Chloe Shreve, her 4th. 13th foul this quarter.
So Shreve is going to have to take a seat, and the Cobblers will go small again. It'll be Coley Cruz to come in. Free throw is left short by Bertay. She has struggled from the free throw line. Hit her first of the afternoon. She's been in the free throw line each of the 3 quarters, but is just 1 of 5. Coley sits down, Shreve sits down, Cruz in along with Sakaros. Joins Casey. Landry out there, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Bertay. 31-20. Parker also on the floor for Rapid City Central. Cruz with the ball out front. Hands it off to Casey. Hand it off on the weave to Sakaros. Top of the key, and right over the top is Beitler getting the tie up. Possession arrow will belong to Sioux Falls, Washington. Joe Pierce comes in. Parker will sit down. Parker did not play last night. not in the starting lineup today, came in off the bench. Beitler comes right side to Kennett. Skip pass over to the left side. McKeon takes a shot in the lane, gets it to go. Ella McKeon, who had a point last night in the loss to Stevens, gets her first bucket here this afternoon. Lead at 13 at 33-20. Joe Pierce works the right side against Beitler. Tries to bounce it underneath and off the leg of Beitler. It will stay Rapid City Central basketball. 2:06 to go, third quarter. 23 on the shot clock. Cruz baseline right. They line up 4. They'll spread the 2 on the bottom out. Finally get the ball into Skiros. Knocked away from behind by McKeon, who will get called for her second personal. And that'll be free throws now for the Cobblers. 2:04 to go in the third quarter, and the Cobblers will be shooting free throws the remainder of the period. Antonia Siqueiros to the free throw line, looking for her first points here this afternoon. Siqueiros did not score, I don't think, last night. First free throw is good. And Siqueiros did not score, just 5 Cobblers in the books last night. Siqueiros stops a little 5-0 mini run, rattles the second one in. Lead at 11. 33-22, now they put it up. On the dribble, Ladisaw. We're going to have a whistle away from the basketball. Be an offensive foul against Bertay.
Foul number 25, Layla Bertay.
So that is her fourth, and she will go to the bench as Lauren Kennett comes back in. Peterson will also come back out on the floor. Sitting down is McKeon and Bertay, who picks up her fourth foul. So she has 4, Harp has 4. For the Cobblers, Shreve with 4, Landry with 3. Give the ball off to Joe Pierce. Bounce it to Landry in the lane. Kick it out left side. Cruz 3 is short. Long rebound in the corner. Pierce and Cruz chase after it. Can't save it back in. And with a minute 41 to go third quarter, it will be Washington basketball holding a 33-22 lead. Beitler will walk the basketball up. Works against Casey. Swing the ball left side. Lauren Kennett looks. Will come right side back to Beitler. Right wing. Ladisaw tried to go to the baseline to Kennett. Ball goes out of bounds. Sioux Falls, Washington. I have that as their first turnover this period. With a minute 18 to go in the third quarter, they turned it over 7 times unofficially in the first quarter. I had them just 1 turnover in the second. That's their first here in the third. That's helped them open up that 11-point lead after leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Cobblers have played even here in the second period. They trail by 11 at the end of the third quarter or the second quarter. Each team with 11 points here in period number 3. Casey will take the 3-pointer, back iron, long rebound, handled by Harp, who's back on the floor with her 4 fouls under a minute to go in the third period. Gutsy substitution by Coach Jamie Parrish. Beitler with the basketball, the free throw line, gets it underneath Peterson, tried to put it off glass. Peterson hammers her teammate Harp to the floor. Casey in the front court, 2-on-3, step through, leaves it short, but hit the bottom of the iron. And the rebound by Lauren Kennett will get it off to Harp. Shot clock, game clock, less than a second difference. Left side, Beitler on the attack. All the way to the rim, puts it up with the left hand. It's good. Beitler, her second field goal in the quarter, 35-22 lead. Shot clock is off. Joe Pierce, top of the key. They'll give her the shot, doesn't look for it. Go to Cruz, left side. 12 seconds. Cruz will drift back to the middle. Bounce it left corner. Joe Pierce fakes the 3, steps inside the line, drills it home. Joe Pierce.
Josephine Pierce.
With the bucket, her first points this weekend. And it's a 35-24 lead at the end of 3 for Sioux Falls, Washington. We are back with the 4th and final quarter of the regular season barring overtime. It's Cobbler basketball and GoCobblersLive.com.
Lucky for us. And neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Cobblers are just one field goal in that quarter until that last second bucket by Joe Pierce. 2 field goals in the quarter. They were 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Each team with 13 points in that stanza. 11-point lead at the half, 11-point lead here at the end of the third quarter. Shreve, right corner, 3, short. Rebound handled by Beitler. She's had a great game here this afternoon. Only 6 points in the books, but boy, she handled herself well defensively and running the show. High post to Peterson, to Beitler, right wing. Drills the pass underneath, right on target to Ladisaw. Gets her first basket of the game. 37-24, lead back to 13 now. Casey hands it off, out front. Olivia Pierce back on the floor. Ball knocked away by Ladisaw, recovered by Cruz, and then Ladisaw, as Cruz hooked her way around, and will get called for the foul. That'll be 2 on Ladisaw. First whistle of the fourth quarter. Harp will come back in. Harp playing with 4 fouls. Bertay with 4, and Shreve with 4. Landry has 3 for the Cobblers. Ball in Olivia Pierce. Wasn't expecting the pass. Almost bounced into the back court. Casey, left corner. Landry fakes the 3. She'll go right side. McCauley, 3. Left it short. Casey gets the rebound out to McCauley. Shreve, Landry, left of the circle. 3 is good, Leah Landry. Her first field goal of the second half. She was 4 of 5 from the charity stripe in the third quarter. Pass goes across to Lauren Kennett. Back to Beitler. Then we have a whistle. It's going to be Olivia Pierce. With the reach, picks up her first. Bertay will come back in the game. Sitting down is Rylan Kennett. Throw the ball in the back court to Harp. Comes right side, Beitler. Cobblers pack the paint. Beitler drives the paint. Ball knocked away in the hands of McCauley. Landry on the dribble over the timeline. McCauley, left corner. Casey fakes the 3. Back to McCauley. She'll take the 3 and hit it. Matea McCauley. Back-to-back 3s by the Cobblers are within 7 now, 37-30. Harp working in the backcourt on the dribble, weaves her way through the defense, and a reaching foul. That will go against Cobblers, their second team foul. Casey will pick up her first. McKeon will come back in as Peterson sits down for Washington. So it's Beitler and Harp in the backcourt. Lauren Kennett in the front court along with Bertay and McKeon. 60-second timeout, 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. 37-30, Washington with the lead. We're back in 60 with more Cobbler basketball. Go CobblersLive.com.
Life is full of
0% financing, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. It's all happening now during Ford Truck Month at McKee Ford in Rapid City. Choose from over 440 new and pre-owned vehicles, including Ford F-150, F-350, Bronco, Escape, and more. With 0 interest, 0 out-of-pocket, and 0 payments for 90 days. Or get over $13,000 off on Ford F-150s.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
College is where ideas come to life.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
6:11 remaining in the fourth quarter in this last regular season game for these teams. Warriors, number 3 in power points, will host a Sodak 16 game, while the Cobblers at number 12 will be on the road. Those matchups still to be determined. McKeon catches the pass from Beitler, back to Beitler on the left wing. Up top to Hart, to McKeon, right elbow, one dribble off to Lauren Kennett. The shot no good. Beitler with the follow.
Josie Beitler.
Lead back to 9 at 39-30. Landry will come to Olivia Pierce, top of the key, pushes a three. That one no good. Rebound cleared out by Bertay. Here comes Harp on the attack, picks up the ball. To Kennett, back to Harp, top of the key. She'll back up now. And on the dribble drive, Olivia Pierce picks up her second.
22, Olivia Pierce. That's her second. 13 foul.
Some of these fouls to the Warriors
For Washington.
have been like gnat bites. They really haven't slowed them down, but there was enough contact for the official to blow the whistle. That's been the case on the last 2 fouls by Olivia Pierce. Back up top to Harp. Cobblers stay 2-3 zone. Harp will back it up. Bounce pass to Beitler. Back to Harp. Top of the key. Back to Beitler left wing. Rifles it across right side. Underneath. The shot in traffic was left short. Followed by McKeon, no good. The putback, no good by Kennett. McKeon can't get it to go. The Cobblers finally come up with a loose ball, and then there's going to be a tie-up or a reach. It's going to be a tie-up. It will be Washington retaining possession. They had 2 or 3 looks at it right at the rim, couldn't get it to go. Now they get a new opportunity, new shot clock with 5:02 to go in the fourth quarter, leading by 9, 39-30. Beitler looks, waits, needs a white jersey, finds Harp on the attack. Shot is good off the board. Harp,
Dana Harp.
15 in the game, first basket of the fourth quarter, just her second field goal here in the second half. She sat much of the third quarter with foul trouble. Landry sets 3, shot is good.
Leah Landry.
It looked good, but then it also looked like it was going to rim out. Gravity helped her out, dropped it to the bottom of the net. 8-point lead for the Warriors. McKeon up top to Beitler. Gets the ball to Bertay in the lane. Spins against Shreve, who's playing with 4 fouls. Ball out of bounds. Shreve staying straight. Cruz back in. Olivia Pierce will sit down. Cobblers 4 of their 5 starters out there. McCauley, the sole bench player. Left corner, 3 is good. That is Ryland Kennett. Her second tray of the night. Got behind McCauley on that weak side. Dropped the 3 from the corner. McCauley picks up the dribble, gives it to Landry underneath, out to Cruz. Pump fake on the 3. Had Beitler flying at her. Puts up the fadeaway runner. Shot no good. Bertay cleans the board, gives it off to Harp. 11-point lead for Washington. Halfway through the fourth quarter, 44-33. Beitler goes left corner to McKeon. Back up top to Beitler. To Harp on the left wing. To Beitler back at the top of the key. Comes right side. Ryland Kennett finds Harp in the middle. The scoop shot hits the floor hard, and that's going to be it for Chloe Shreve. So Shreve will foul out in her final home game of her career.
Chloe Shreve, that's her 5th.
Shreve is saying, I'm standing straight up.
Substitution.
That'll be the 4th team foul. Siqueiros will come in. It'll be Harp to the free throw line.
Jersey Peterson in the game.
So Chloe Shreve will have at least one more game in the Sodak 16. That will be on the road. So her last chance in front of the hometown fans, and Harp hits first free throw. She is perfect from the line. Completed a 3-point play in the first period, hit 2 out of 2 in the second quarter. First trip here in the second half, and that second free throw bounces around, drops through. The lead was in single digits, back to 13 now for the Warriors. 46-33, 3:40 remaining in the ball game. Siqueiros to Cruz. The Washington defense has just been a terror against the Cobblers. Another pass goes sailing out of bounds. First turnover for the Cobblers here in the fourth quarter. Unofficially 13 in the first half. Just 4 here in the second half. But their offense has just not materialized against that Washington 2-3. That is Kennett. No good. McKeon with the offensive board for Washington. Had the ball knocked out of her hands by McCauley, and they are calling it close out there here in the second half. McCauley picks up her first. And that should be the 5th team foul. Check that as on Siqueiros with the reach, not McCauley. So McKeon will shoot free throws with 3:22 to go in the fourth. Cobblers committed their 5th team foul, and it will be bonus free throws the rest of the way. McKeon, first free throw is good. Ladisaw back in. Harp will sit down. Harp able to stay out on the floor with those 4 fouls, something that Shreve was not able to accomplish to the end of the game. Second free throw, no good. Peterson just reaches the long arms up and comes away with the rebound. Another opportunity for the Warriors. Goes McKeon, left corner, back up top to Beitler on the wing. Glad to get the ball in the paint, and that is Rylan Kennett. He's got 2 threes and 2 twos, and that is 8 straight points for the Warriors, 16-point lead. Go right side to Landry. On the baseline drive, comes left side. McCauley can't handle the pass. Up top to Cruz, drives, stops between 3 white jerseys, and somebody's going to get called for the foul. Beitler blocked the shot from behind. They're going to say Beitler got a little more than the ball. That's 3 on Beitler, 4 on Berthet, 4 on Harp. Shreve is fouled out, 3 personals on Landry. Second team foul against the Lady Warriors, and Cruz hits free throw. 1 of 2 from the charity stripe in the game. Before that free throw, those were in the second period. She has 4 points, 2 free throws and a field goal. That stops that 8-0 run, and the second free throw by Cruz is good. Got them both. Lead at 14 with 2:40 to go. Harp will bring the basketball up. Kennett comes cross court to Beitler. Cobblers show a trap, and then they don't. McKean, ball stolen away by Cruz. Good hustle by Cruz to come up with it. Trying to get the ball to Peterson on the baseline. It will be Cobbler basketball on the turnover by the Warriors. 2:20 remaining, fourth quarter. Siqueiros with the basketball up top. Comes left side to Casey. Looked for Landry. Couldn't get it to her on the drive. Shot is blocked by Peterson. Peterson at 6'1" and long arms. Casey challenged her at 5'6". Beitler, Harp, pump fake. Step through, goes in the corner to Kennett, underneath to Harp. Got around Landry, got the offensive rebound, couldn't get that to go. The shot is up off the mark by Kennett. Washington just absolutely destroying the Cobblers on the offensive boards, but they can't get the shots to fall. Here comes Cruz on the attack. In the land of the Giants, she goes right at Peterson, and she draws the foul. Peterson will pick up the personal 3rd team foul.
Foul number 50, Jersey Peterson, her second.
So that's 2 on Peterson. Cruz back to the free throw line, her 3rd trip, second here in the 4th quarter. Cobblers shot well from the charity stripe in the 3rd quarter, not from the field. 9 of 10, they had just 2 field goals.
For the Warriors, Layla Berthet.
McKeon will sit down, Berthet back in. Cruz hits the first, lines up the second, and drops that one in. Nestled in the net, 49-37, lead at a dozen. Berthet gets the ball to Harp. Harp takes a look at the field down the floor, gets the ball to Kennett. Underneath, Berthet puts a shot up, couldn't get the board shot to go. The follow blocked. That was Siqueiros getting a hand on it. Off to Olivia Pierce, throws it ahead to Landry, right in the hands of Kennett. She'll get it to Harp, who will bring the basketball up, approaching a minute to go in the game. 49-37, Washington with the lead. Looking to extend their record to 16-4 to close out the year. Bounce it underneath to Peterson, triple teamed underneath to Harp. Left side, Beitler goes in the corner. They'll bounce it underneath to Peterson, and Landry, no, it's going to be a walk against Peterson. She tried to body up on Landry. Peterson with the turnover. 3rd in the quarter for Washington. Lead at a dozen, under a minute to go now. Casey hands it off to Siqueiros. Over to Cruz, right side. In the land of the Giants again. That time didn't get the call. Peterson just stood there. That's a lot of Peterson for Cruz to go around. Beitler fakes the pass, finishes it with the left hand.
Josie Beitler.
She has 8.5, 10 in the game now, 51-37. Turnover by the Cobblers. Harp bounces over to Beitler, puts it up with the left hand off the glass. Beitler back-to-back buckets. 53-37. Landry, top of the key, picks up the dribble. Right side, Siqueiros in the corner. Olivia Pierce. Three is going to be short. Long rebound handled by Bertay. Shot clock is off. Harp will walk it up over the timeline and dribble it out. 53-37 will be the final here in the first game of 2 at Howard Nas Gymnasium. 18 points in that quarter for Sioux Falls, Washington. The Cobblers put up 13. So we're going to take a break. We'll go down and see if they have toner in the printer. If not, we'll come back and wrap up with what we have. Take a look at the scoreboard and get ready for the boys' game as we continue with Cobbler basketball. Final day of the regular season here at Howard Nas Gymnasium. This is Cobbler basketball on GoCobblersLive.com, part of the LiveTicket.tv network.
Where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.